Hello everyone, welcome to Think with Lachance. As we all know, the feed cost of the breeding layers account about for 70%. How to improve the breeding level of the laying hens and reduce the breeding cost has been the concern of all breeders. Today we talk to Mr. Fred about how to improve the benefit of the breeding layers.
It's my honor to come here to share with you about the knowledge of Runeon breedings. We know the content of calcium in the feed is usually more than 3%. Therefore, the addition of stone powder in the feed is usually higher, usually more than 6%. The specific addition should meet the requirement of the formula. The damage for available fish flour in the formula is not high, and it does not increase significantly with the increase of calcium addition. Generally, the content of available fish flour is higher when the formula is about 0.4%. And antagonistic relationship between the high calcium and fish flavor is not obvious. Copper, iron, manganese, zinc, and selenium, and some elements for the metals are often added to the feed of laying hens. It is suitable to meet the nutritionist feeds.
It's not easy to breeding the chickens successfully. If the chicken farmers don't learn the technology, it will cause unnecessary economic losses. The feeding and the management technology of the premium chickens has a dietary relationship with the egg production rate. If the management is not good, it will cause the low egg production rate and the no-peak period. Can you share some of the breeding experience to our audience?
Yes. First of all, I think you know that the selection of laying hens is a key item. The selection should choose high quality and high yield vegetation, and the weight and evenness of young chicks determine the speed of the peak period. The chicks with heavy weight start to produce earlier. The chicks with the same constitution can lay eggs at the same time, and the peak period coming quickly. The peak period can reach half a month. Weak and lightweight chicks, poor constitution, improve the content of protein and feed added probiotics, increase feeding time, vitamins was added to the drink water, bile acids was added to the fat chicken feed, and the dosage 500 grams added to a tank feed to improve the nutritional level and uniformity of the whole layers.
Yes, the young chickens begin to develop their reproductive organs around the 90 days. When the reproductive organs of the young chickens are basically mature at the 125 days, they should gradually to change the materials of the laying period, adding the vitamin E, protein, calcium, and phosphorus. In the feed will help the follicle and fallopian to develop. The body accumulates the calcium and phosphorus before laying, and prevent the lack of the calcium and phosphorus after laying. Are there any reasonable suggestions on the breeding of the young Lachance?
Yes, the first born chicks were exposed to no less than 13 natural light for about 125 days, and added 0.5 hours, half hour per week until 16 hours. Light stimulates the pituitary gland to secrete hormones, produce follicle, promotes the maturity of reproductive organs, and control the weight of weeks. When the laying rate reached 5%, light stimulation should be given to promote the growth of laying eggs. The light intensively is 25 watt. To keep the bulb clean, the height is 2 meters above the ground. 2 meters above the ground. Press 1 degrees every 3 meters. Light should be uniform, not too strong light. Light is too strong, easy to cause chicken packing addiction.
Okay. The Lachance in the 115 days, the laying about 5%. When it is the emergency period of the physiological change. A lot of the breeders will cause the decline of the laying rate due to the poor management during this period. Is there anything to pay attention at this stage?
This period of time is very critical. At this time, the change of reproductive organs, the increase of its tongue secretion, and immunity is insectical medication. There is normal immune protection in the early stage of laying. At this time, 4% cell powder was added to the feed, and a property amount of probiotics, vitamin C was added to the drinking water to relieve the emergency. After the peak time, it is usually necessary to clean up the chicks with low egg production rate in time and find out the chicks with low egg production rate. The way is that the crowns of the chicks after laying are big or light red, and the crowns of the chicks who often do not lay eggs or those with low egg production are small, yellow, reddy, and atrophic. Look at the feature: chicken feature shading, less feature, and high laying rate, smoothly feature, 4 feature chickens, lower egg formation. These will low yellow skin are low yield chickens.
Okay. The range of the indoor humidity of the Lachance is 55% to 65%. It is too high the humidity, dirty the indoor air, or too strong the ammonia can induce the various diseases. Low humidity is easy to deteriorate and induce the respiratory disease. The optimum temperature for the Lachance is 13 to 24 temperature. The minimum temperature is 10. The maximum temperature is 27, and the eggs percentage of the decrease by the 0.1% of each degree of the rising fall. Utilization measures should be taken to prevent the respiratory disease.
After the laying hens were put into the cages, antibiotics were added to the feed to prevent entities and multiple vitamins were added to the drinking water to prevent all kinds of emergency in the early stage of laying. Improve the immunity of the chickens, do a great job in health management and environmental disinfection, develop effective immunization procedure in order to have a better benefit.
Yes. For the example, in our country, at the moment, when the natural anti-drugs and environment protections and more strict, the chicken industry is struggling, and nasal drugs or the antibiotics can be used. In such a situation, it is more important for the chicken industry to choose the right products to find the green products without no drug.
Yeah, let's first talk about why the egg birds need to add antibiotics. Because of long-term high production pressure, egg birds need to use the large amount of virus toxins substances and fat that cannot be completely absorbed while they enter the body through feed or drink water and accumulate in the body for a long time. Liver plays a very important in digestion and absorption of all nutrients, decomposition and detoxification of toxins and harmful substances. Very important role.
Yes, sure. Liver is the largest gland in the poultry. It participates in the metabolism, detoxification, biogeneration, blood coagulation, immunity, and other functions of the poultry. It also plays a very important role in the heat generation, regulating the blood circulation and regulating the balance between the water and the electrolyte. It is the chemical factory in the poultry. Once the liver is changed, the problem is huge. For example, we often face the hepatobilia problems in the clinic. The mortality rate is high. Taking the Highland broil as an example, the normal mortality rate feeding in the eliminator is 3.4%, but the current aquaculture mortality rate is not less than 10%. It is very high. And the indicate the rate of the mortality of the liver and the gallbladder is 80%. After the 26 days of the age, the sick hens in a low and breakout disease. The abdomen is protruding, soft and stinging. Their meat is blurred, and the eggs production rate is slightly decreased. About the crux of the problems is lying in the metabolic disease and the few effective methods in the clinic. Every did one. The losses is huge.
Yes, and in recent years, in addition to mortality rate, many injuries are irreversible. Everyone agrees that exclusive nutrition is especially oil and fat, the use of unconventional raw materials, and the accumulation of toxins do great harm. However, the real specific losses need to be revealed. Particularly, the current eggs price is better, and the indifferent mentality account for the majority when the egg price enter the area of 2 RMB. It will be necessary to calculate carefully.
Yes.
Liver disease will cause a series of digestive and absorption disorders which will have a great impact on breeding cost of laying hens. Therefore, the health care of livers is upgrade significantly.
Yes, I think the bile acid can prevent the liver disease to protect the liver and gallbladder has been adapted by more and more farmers.
Since Lachance bile acid obtained the National Patent Product Certificate in 2004, it has obtained reliable verification in the field of meat and poultry, aquatic products, and so on. Bile acid can stimulate the liver, secrete a large amount of thin bile, make the bile duct smoothly, promote the discharge of toxins and harmful substances such as drugs, antibiotics, resistors, heavy metals, mycotoxins in the liver and gallbladder, and transport the excess of fat from the liver to the whole body, release the deposition of liver fat, so it can protect the liver and gallbladder health. At the same time that in recent years, the extract effect of bile acid in the Lachance relief biliary disease, reduce mortality, improve conversion rate, save profits, reduce cost, and bringing surprise to farmers.
Yes, so many years the promotion bile acid must have a lot of the successful the case. Can you introduce some case to our audience?
Yeah, we have a friend that Mr. Liu of Shanxi province has a breeding scale of 1 million, 10 lakh including 20,000 laying hens breeders. He shared that in more than 2 months of the new year, his laying hens breeders died. Mortality is very high, and the eggshell quality was not good. After Mr. Liu recommended that bile acid can be used continuously for 15 days. The number of dead chicks was significantly reduced, and the eggshell quality was improved. The eggshell color was ruddy, normal, and the face quick of the hatched chickens was also significantly enhanced.
Okay, all chickens, especially the older ones, have the poor liver and the kidney, and the egg quality is certainly not good. It is different to improve the production performance only when the liver is healthy, and the high production performance can be achieved, and eggshell quality also good. I hope that we are talking about today will take benefit to our audience, no matter the technology and the product. We share, as long as we can help the breeder improve the benefit on the lean breeding if it take benefit, we need to have a try. Okay, it's time to say goodbye about today's Think with Lachance. If you have any questions, please leave your message, or you can subscribe our YouTube. I will contact you as soon as possible.
Okay, bye bye.